Top yays and nays of the erotic film 365 DNI. I'm sure you will agree with me that Netflix is one of the favorite pastimes of the people nowadays. And if you're in Netflix, you wouldn't miss the movie that's making waves, not just in its origin country, Poland, but threading all over the world, like a pandemic. I'm talking about the erotic film 365 DNI, or simply 365 days. Yes, erotic film. So better get your tissues ready, if you know what I mean. I will give you top 10 yays and nays of watching 365 DNI film. Let's do this half yays and half nays, shall we? Part of the team hooked up yet? What's the delay? Go sexy hit that subscribe button and gently hit the thumbs up and notification bell for more updates. Before we start with the list, if you're not familiar with the movie, I will give you a quick introduction. 365 DNI is based from a novel written by Blanka Lipinska. It is a Polish film and was directed by Bialowas and Tomasz Mandes. It was released on February 7, 2020 and have a cumulative worldwide gross of $9,458,590. But its popularity skyrocketed when it was also released on Netflix on June 7, 2020. The story is about Massimo Torricelli, who is a young and handsome boss of a Sicilian mafia family, who kidnapped Laura Biel, a sales director. Massimo gave Laura 365 days to fall in love with him. Romantic, right? But 365 days alone with a dangerous man? Yes, we are on the same page. I know you're thinking of steaming and hot images as well. And you're not wrong about that. This movie was also labeled by many as Netflix's softcore porn film. Are you ready? Let's start with the 5 nays. Number 5, not for the whole family. It is obvious, of course. Don't let underage peeps get in on this one. It's either they will have a culture shock or the movie will be a bad influence for them. This movie is not something for the whole family to enjoy together. It is clearly intended for male audiences. But let's admit it, some females like this kind of movie too. You can watch this with your partner though. Or if you are single, then I'm sorry. It will make you feel horrible and you may blame everyone around you while you're still alone. Number 4, the dialogue. There are 3 languages spoken in the movie: English, Polish, and Italian. While the reason for this is to attempt targeting international fans, the dialogues were recited awkwardly, as if it was being recited phonetically. Usually actors in movies were praised on their acting and how they threw their lines, like everything is a reality, normal and in a character. Apparently movie critics felt differently with 365 DNI. Number 3, the script writing. The audience are not just blaming how the actors recited their dialogue, they even dig deeper and blame the scriptwriter as well. And since the movie is based on a book, author Blanka Lipinska takes all the backlash. This situation goes around the bend and blame it again that 365 DNI, books and movie, are just a copycat of 50 Shades of Grey. Maybe they should have hired the scriptwriters and team hooked up. I'm sure we can come up with an original content. Don't you think so? Number 2, the movie will remind you of 50 Shades of Grey. Oops! Don't pretend that you didn't know the movie 50 Shades of Grey. It created a lot of noise when it was released. Since 365 DNI is also full of sex scenes, it was compared to 50 Shades of Grey. It was also thought to be a wannabe 50 Shades, accusing it of copying every move in 50 Shades, with the cuffs and all. Like 50 Shades of Grey is a Bible when it comes to sex and sexual violence. Number 1, Stockholm Syndrome. For those of you who don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, it is defined to have feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taken by the victim towards the captor. While Massimo's intentions of getting Laura to fall in love with him in 365 days is romantic, it doesn't sit well with others that he kidnapped her and abused the woman. It romanticizes kidnapping as a way to a woman's heart. Worse, Laura falls in love with Massimo, despite the kidnapping and abuse. I don't blame her though. With those looks and money, who wouldn't fall for him? If there are nays, of course there are also yays about this movie. I know you are excited about it as I am, but first, check out our video, Top 5 Facts About Michele Morrone, that will take your breath away. Michele Morrone is our Massimo in 365 DNI. We will give you more facts to fall in love with him, and we're giving you not 365 days, but just for a few minutes. After the negative take on the movie, I will give you reasons to watch it. Ready for another round? Number 5. The actors. Both of the actors are oozing with sex appeal. Nobody can argue with that. Anna Maria Szeklutka plays Laura Biel in the movie. She is a Polish actress and singer. Anna Maria was born on May 31st, 1992. What's interesting is that she's multilingual. She's fluent in Polish, English, French, and German. For those of you who are wondering if she's still single, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but she's already taken. Sorry guys. Moving on to our hot mafia boss, Michele Morrone, who plays Massimo Torricelli. He is an Italian actor, model, and singer. In fact, he sang not just one, but 4 songs on the official soundtrack of the movie. He was born on October 3rd, 1990, and ladies, line up. Michele is currently single. If it's okay with you to have 2 instant sons. Yep, he had 2 sons from his previous marriage to an Italian fashion designer. These 2 attractive actors play the lead roles in the movie. They are very pleasing to the eyes fully clothed. What's more when... you know what I mean. Number 4. Good chemistry. Despite being bad in throwing dialogues, together, Anna Maria and Michele projected a real romance in the camera. The good chemistry between the 2 leads convinced many people that their steamy scenes are real. Some even said that their sex scenes are the film's best, largely because they're not talking while doing the deed and are both pleasant to look at. But before you got your hopes up, one fan actually asked Michele if the sex scenes were real. He answered that they were just good actors, but it's not real. Number 3. Fulfills your fantasy. Let's face it, we all have these quirks that we tried so hard to hide, and maybe one of those oddities is having a fantasy of an exciting and very rough sexual relationship. Often, sex is a taboo topic. That's why many people hide their sexual fantasies in the closet. But this movie will allow you to open that closet wide. Mind you, not all people will appreciate this type of movie and its plot. Let's just say that it may be a good storyline for you, but it's trash for others. So I am calling the attention of all those people whose interest lies in adventurous sex. Number 2. Possibility of 2 more movies. The fantasy and excitement doesn't end on the first movie. Even at the end of the movie, they insinuate Laura died. This is not a spoiler, but we all know that the books where the story came from is a trilogy. 365 DNI is based on the first installment of the trilogy. So if you haven't got enough of the sex scenes and sexy bodies of the actors, you have the option to watch out for 2 more possible movies coming up. Well, aside from the fact that you can wear out that replay button. Number 1. Bad reviews. Nope, it's not a mistake. We really put bad reviews on the top spot on why you have to watch 365 days. The reason is plain simple. Bad publicity is still publicity. Despite having bad movie reviews, 365 Days' popularity is unhampered. Many are getting curious about the other 50 Shades of Grey movie. Rotten Tomatoes even gave a review of 0% in their tomato meter. Still, 365 Days turned the tide around by having lots of views on Netflix. And that concludes our list. I'm sure you have your own nays and yays about 365 DNI. Have you watched it yet? If we convince you to watch it or skip it, leave a comment below. Thank you so much for sticking with us until the end. For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel Hooked Up. Don't forget to also click the notification bell and show us your support by giving us a thumbs up on this video. See you next time!